All right, all right. So today we're going to talk about how to use weekly webinars to build strategic relationship partners. And the reason why we want to have this conversation is because since I've been in business, especially with the financial industry, I've never wanted to do a let me wait on one person to pay me type deal, right? And the one person waiting on the one person, you need 10 of those one people to even get you one deal closed. So why not build you an army? We talked about last week building you a sales force. Let's talk about taking that a step further and you setting up
You
your
said you
webinar so that you can build you a sales force through webinars and build those active relationships. So this is going to add revenue to businesses without adding more work for you or adding more work for that business. So I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see here. Boom. And just so you know, like you have access to this as well. I actually built this inside of Go High Level AI Studio. So we used to use other tools to make our webinars, but I generated the entire thing through AI Studio, um, so that we can use what we already have. And I'm just in practice of making sure that I can use it so I can make sure that you know how to use it. Right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to add revenue to business without adding more work. Now, the thing is, you are one client away from stability. One client away from stability. You are not one client away from stability. You're one strategic referral relationship away. One referral partner can connect you in ways that you never thought that you would be connected. They're going to be able to reach people that you never thought you would be able to reach just because they're bringing clients to you. Imagine the power of you running a business where you're not the one that is running for leads all the time. You're the person that leads are brought to you. Your advertising cost goes down, your client retention rate goes up, the amount that you can charge goes up, and then you no longer have to worry about people not trusting you because you were referred. Referral customers are going to pay you the most and they're going to be the easiest for you to onboard. Now, the problem with most businesses is that you're relying on random referrals. You're like, I hope so and so sends me a client. I think they said they were going to send you a client. Your revenue is inconsistent. You don't have a predictable lead system because you don't have a predictable referral system, and you don't have any back end monetization going on with it, right? So when people get paid, they refer you. Now, if I said, I'm going to pay you $200 for every referral you send me, that's fine. But if I said, hey, Abigail, I'm going to send you 30%, I'm going to send you 50% of whatever revenue I collect from the clients that you send me, and my average ticket is $10,000. So that means at minimum, Abigail sends me someone and she's making at least $3,000. That's a whole lot more sexy than $200, if you ask me. Right? This means you're building you an active sales force for leads that you did not have to go and get. And if y'all know, like I know, leads are the most expensive part of the business. The leads are the most expensive part. So when you have other people that bring you the leads, they just cut out the hard part of the business for you. Right? So let's keep talking. Now, why referral partnerships win? We talked about this a little earlier. They already have trust. They already have client base. They already have high conversion rate because they've referred you, right? It's a faster sales cycle because you don't have to actually sell anything. And then your cost of acquisition is very, very low. The only thing you're paying for is after you've received that money. So that means your entire partnership is on a commission basis. That's why it's more powerful to build a referral relationship and referral partnerships than it would be for you to run 10 ads to get 10 people. Now, here's your weekly webinar doctrine for 300% growth. On week one, you're going to have maybe two people sign up. and come in and be your partner. But by week 12, you've went through, you've perfected your pitch. You've made sure that this sounds sexy to the person that you want to be a partner with. You have 24 partners by week 12. Week 52, you have 104 partners, right? That's a year. After a year, you have 104 partners. And then through that compound growth, you've got about 300% growth. Now, so imagine if you already have two partners and those two partners are each sending you three qualified leads per month. That's six qualified leads. Even if your average ticket is $5,000, six qualified leads over the course of $5,000 is $30,000 a month. That's more than what most people make in 6 months, right? So, are we seeing the power of how much more valuable it is to have people working for you versus you chasing one client? And we're not through this thing yet, right? So, the reason why you want to attach to businesses that already have clients who need capital is because they have more of a vested interest. So, for instance, like coaches have more of a vested interest because if they can offer their clients funding, this means they can charge more and have higher ticket services. Consultants, the same way. Realtors, their clients need gap funding, their clients need cash flow. Tax professionals, their clients need a way to actually like simmer down how they are spending their money. They need tax breaks, they need tax benefits, and a lot of that comes around getting funding and purchasing other assets. So attach yourself to businesses who already have clients who need capital versus you going out and then reinventing the wheel and saying, "Oh, well, I'm going to help dog groomers get capital." Okay, I get it, right? But dog groomers don't have qualified clients who already need money. Okay. Now, most businesses are leaving money on the table, and it's because you have not built an audience. Nobody trusts you yet. You lack the monetization vehicle, and you don't realize that you are the vehicle. So when I say you don't have an audience, people may see you online, right? They may know you on person, but have you built that brand to give out information? Have you built the brand to show that you are the plug? They don't have trust, or they have trust, but people are like, I don't know. I've never heard him talk about that before. I've never heard her talk about funding before and how they can help my client. But the whole gag is you're the one that has the capital. The person with the money moves the needle. You are the person with the money. You are the person with the access. You are the person that moves the needle. Right? So you have to start walking in that because when someone sees that confidence, they want to partner up with you. When someone hears about what I do, they want to know how they can send me clients. Why? Because they heard that I pay out, right? They heard that I'm going to pay them. And I love paying my referral partners because that means that's a lead that I didn't have to pay for. That means that's a person I didn't have to get to qualify me. They qualified themselves because they were referred to me. Then more than likely they saw me at some event. Then they saw me online. Then they watched a video. Then they attended a webinar, right? So you got the people, like you got to get the attention. The person who has the attention is more than likely the person with the money. And if you're not realizing or connecting it, it's because you have not built the correct referral partners who are going to hype you up even before they get to you, even before their clients get to you. Okay. So treat funding like an infrastructure, not just an offer, right? Capital, once you have money, you can multiply your business, right? Once you have money, you can start paying people to act on your behalf. Once you have money, you realize that you are the driving force for the business because I don't know a single business that does not need capital. I don't know a single entrepreneur who has said, nah, I'm good on the money part. I don't need any of that right now. I'm good on that. Right. But funding increases the retention because when you partner with people who already have clients that need funding, their clients are going to stick and stay a little bit longer because they got a little bit more money to use. And then earlier, a couple weeks ago, we took a poll, and 9 times out of 10, when people have coaching clients, Coaching clients are starting, but they're not finishing. The number one reason why they're not finishing is because they don't have the capital for implementation. So you gave them the webinar, you gave them the product, you gave them the digital whatever it is, you gave them the blueprint, but you didn't give them the money. So their clients don't have access to the capital. So which means you can have all the game in the world. But if you don't have the money to make sure that you have a business card to hand somebody, if you don't have the money to make sure that you have like that, even that time to put out a video, to put out a webinar, to put out whatever you got to do to get your name out there, then you're going to lose because there are people who are spending just a little bit of money on themselves and they're winning. Why? Because they're even like spending time to say, I'm going to just talk to people once a week. Because here's the thing, you can have the best product in the world. And if nobody knows you have it, you still only have the best product in the world. All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Now, when people partner with me, their whole thing is, I don't know funding, Mo. What do I got to tell them? You don't have to be the expert. I don't care if you know anything about funding. All I want you to do is connect them to me. That's it. I don't need you selling nothing because you're going to tell them wrong. I don't need you making up nothing. I don't need you trying to make it sound sweet. I need you to tell them that I am credible. I'm the plug. I'm going to get it done. And you don't know. So you're going to refer them to me. Right? We're not asking anybody. Like, I love it when my referral sources have the ability to pre-qualify, but that's not always the case, right? And that's all right. That's all right. That's not always the case. But the whole thing is just get them over there, right? So just get them over there. Now, here's the trust transfer. When you have cold traffic, so someone you just meet online, someone you just meet in public, you're building trust from ground zero. When you have trust from your referral partners, they already trust their referral partner. So their referral partner send them over to you so they trust you. That partner's endorsement bypasses any type of skepticism. If their tax preparer has been getting them right for the past 5 years and they say, hey, CT for funding, then they're not going to have any question that T going to get it done for them. You get to charge more. You don't have ad spend and you have a higher closing rate. That's a win, right? That's it. That's what we call over here a lay down, right? You got to lay down on you. Now, the way that I like to get referral partners is by webinars. Why do they work? Because it compresses the trust. You listen to me talk for an hour and like you kind of believe in what I'm saying and you can see yourself in it and you see yourself making the moves that I'm talking about. And therefore, I'm able to build authority really, really fast. Why? Because I got all this information. I got a semi-useful slide deck. I am educating you at scale. You see other people here. And then you see us handling objections live. So once we handle objections live, then it's like everybody else sees those questions. Everybody else has those very same questions that you already have. So you don't even have to worry about if they're going to get all their questions answered because 9 times out of 10, somebody else is going to ask the question that they have. Right. So we're clearing all of that up. Okay. We're skipping through all of that. So we got the trust being built. We're setting the authority. We are the authority. We're the muscle behind the brand. We're educating, and people leave with their questions answered, right? It doesn't get much better than that. You already know, like by the time you get to the end of the webinar, you already have a way for them to connect you. Now, the perfect webinar structure. You have the hook, the problem, the opportunity, the proof, and the partnership model. The hook brings them in, right? It's the very beginning. It's what we're going to talk about. The problem, it's what we're solving. It's why your solution is why your funding is the answer to their problems. The opportunity. We're explaining what it is we do. The proof. We're talking about other people who have brought clients to them and they've started making money. And then we start talking about the partnership model. Well, how can they do it as well? Right? And we wrap that thing up, we put a bow on it, we slide it over to them. The hook. How to add a funding division to your existing business. And these are hooks that I want you to use on your webinar, right? How coaches and consultants add revenue without more staff. How to monetize your existing client base. All of those are winning titles for your webinar. So imagine you putting that up somewhere and someone saying, well, yeah, I want to know how to monetize my existing client base. How does that work? I would even go as far as adding something without it costing you anything additional, right? How to monetize your existing client base without you spending a dollar, with you spending $0, something like that. Add some monetary value to it. All good. And then you teach the pain, right? So we all know, like, if your clients don't have money, they're not necessarily great clients for you, right? But the businesses that they have, 9 times out of 10, if they don't have money, their back end usually sucks, which means they're missing opportunities, which means they can't grow. So guess who is the person who needs your service? Those business owners, those small business owners, those business owners who don't quite have everything together. And if you really want to get saucy, like, start building them a better website than they already have. We got the best vibe coder ever. If you're in Inner Circle, you got the best vibe coder, right? Websites that can sell literally for hundreds of dollars per month that you can send to your clients and say, I'll even create you a new website that doesn't suck, because most people's website sucks. So add that as a value add. Hey, I gotta make you look better. Hey, I gotta help you out, right? Because they built their, and no shade to anybody who built their, their website on Wix, but 9 times out of 10, it looks like you built it on Wix because all of it is all blocked out. You know how the Go High Level one looked? The same one we were all using a month ago, right? So myself included, right? But the website has got the blocks on there and it's ugly and it looks like you can't move nothing, like got misspelled words and all that kind of crazy stuff. Fix it for them. Hey, partner, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get you a high converting website to go along that has my partner link installed into it. So you don't have to do anything else. When someone asks you about funding, you just point them to your website. No additional work for you, my guy. Right? All right. So, because the clients realize that there's a huge market shift. Um, they don't necessarily know how to go to traditional banks, right? They don't know how to get funding. They don't know how or what alternative lending is. Most people have never heard of an MCA. Most people didn't know that they can get funding based off of their revenue. Most people don't know that it doesn't take forever to get access to capital, right? So when I say we are the market shift, we are walking into whatever is next. So the next thing you want to do is you want to bring yourself into a case study. Be your own case study, okay? Show your recent funding approvals, show your partner wins, any testimonials you have, and any real world impact that you've made. And if you don't have testimonials, like, let me know and I'm gonna make you one, right? Let me know. I'm gonna make you one, a Raven one that'll have you shining and tell people to link up with you. Okay. So if you need that, let me know. Let's get you some testimonials. Now, how a partnership works. So when someone asks you, how does a partnership work? You say, referral partner. You're going to send your leads to my team. They're going to get your client funding and you're going to get paid. It sounds really difficult, right? Is it too hard? Let's break it down again, right? Referral partner. Okay. Referral partner. You're going to send a lead to my team. You're going to get, we're going to get your client some funding. You're going to get paid. Mm, okay. Right. Easy enough. Easy enough. Because we all, especially if you're in a circle, you already got this system set up, right? People can already refer people to you. People can already click on your links, right? So you already got all this stuff. And especially if you've taken a look at the videos from the past 2 weeks with your Truly system, like it's easier than ever to integrate clients into your system. So your referral partner, you send a lead to my team, we get your client funding, you get paid. No rocket science. All right.
Uh,
Now, what the referral partner does, they identify potential opportunities for you. They make the introduction and they refer the lead. That's it. They're not selling a service for you. They're not sending them to 10 different places. They're not trying to diagnose the problem for you because 9 times out of 10, your referral partners are going to get it wrong. This isn't their ministry, it's yours. Treat it as such, right? They're going to identify the opportunity for you, make the introduction, and refer the lead. And let them do that. Don't make it difficult for people to refer people to you, right? Don't make it hard for someone to say, "Oh my god, like how do I get someone to you?" And if you have just like a text messaging system, like Isaiah and I have this partner who whenever he refers someone to us, he puts us in a group text. It would be fine if the person that he added us to the group text ever replied. It would be fine, right? Isaiah, you know what I'm talking about?
talking about. I know exactly what you're talking
So, but don't make it that hard, right? Have an appointment link. Have a partner appointment link, right? Set up that appointment link. You can set it up inside of Go High Level, right? Once you set up your appointment link, give out that calendar. And here's the thing, you can create a web page on Go High Level that would be like let's see, so we've got T's funding solution, so it can be calendar.tsfundingsolution.com. It can be funding partner, it can be partner.pamsfunding.com. It can look great and we can build all of that, right? You can build all of that in your existing system, but don't make it really hard for people to refer people to you. Okay.
Mo, so as long as you have a domain, you can do multiple sites?
You absolutely can.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
You absolutely can. Now, what your team handles: strategy, funding analysis, lender placement, and fulfillment. Oh, we have a software to do that. Oh, we already have all of that, right? Your team is essentially your back office. You already have all of that. You already have the strategy formation form, right? That's the funding blueprint. You have the funding analysis. It's what they actually qualify for. You have lender placement. Everybody, I think, has met Mike, might be working. And then you have fulfillment. So whether you decide to get them their inquiries removed, or whether they need credit repair, or whether they actually need business funding fulfillment, you're there, you're looking out, right? So you're there. The economics of it. Now, if your average deal size is $50,000 and you're collecting, say, 10% of that, then that's $5,000. Even if you're giving your referral 1 to 2% of of the entire funding amount, that's still $500 to $1,000 for them. They'll be able to see it. If you up that to 3% of what they receive, which would be 30% of what you receive, then you're talking about up to around $3,000, right? So that's a lot. They're interested in that. And the lifetime value of that is that if you have multiple people sending you deals per month, it's going to be passive revenue for the partner, and it's going to be like some scaling revenue for you without you having to do anything additional either, other than build more partnerships. Right? So the easiest thing, instead of searching for one person, you search for one person to send you people. And we talked about last week building that workforce. Find one person, 2 people, 3 people to send you 1, 2, and 3 folks each. This means you go from having 9 people to, I mean, you go from having 3 people to having 9 people without you having to do anything additional. Okay. Now, 3 referral partners can change your business. Partner A, 2 deals a month. Partner B, since 3 deals a month. Partner C, since 1 deal a month. That's 6 extra deals per month. Anybody done the math on what that looks like for you? It's more than you can make off one client that you've been chasing and other people did the work.
Mhm.
Way more. So when you have things like a audience, when you have existing clients that already trust you, those clients that are looking for additional funds, put them folks to work. I be putting my clients to work. After I get my clients funded, I'm like, yo, tell your people.
Mhm.
It's how we've still managed to scale funding without doing additional ads for funding. Like, tell your people, get people to start working for you, especially on a commission basis, because it gives you more bandwidth. And honestly, they make more getting paid on the back end. Because if someone was waiting on me to pay them per lead up front, I'm only willing to pay 250 maybe per lead, per qualified lead. That's because I don't know what that lead is going to do. So this means they're possibly leaving $2,500, $3,500 on the table just because they couldn't be patient. People are going to take your back end money every single day of the week. Now, here's a tech stack. Eventbrite for traffic and registration, Zoom for delivery and conversion, and automated CRM, which is your go high level. I know, a lot. Eventbrite, Zoom, GHL, all of them talk to each other. Eventbrite has an API that connects to, let me speak English. So Eventbrite has a connection that can be sent to Zoom, that can be sent to Go High Level. So this means when someone signs up for your webinar on Eventbrite, an automation is set up to send them the Zoom link and it's added to your GHL. It doesn't get easier than that. Why? Because all of your follow up is built in on the back end. Imagine setting this thing up one time. And if your webinars are all on a Tuesday, so imagine you never having to set your marketing up again, right? Because you set it up one time and then it goes over and over and over because it's always on a Tuesday. So all your marketing says, I'll see you on Tuesday. Here's the link. And guess what? You're going to use the same link every single time. You know why you're going to use the same link every single time? Because somebody might want to come and check it out again, right? Like Eventbrite, Zoom, and GHL. That's it. And if you're in Inner Circle, like all of these tools are free. With the exception of Zoom, but Zoom is what? $20 a month, right? For the extended version. So you can talk for more than 45 minutes without them telling people that you're on a cheap plan. So I've been there. So yeah, I've been there. But so in your Eventbrite setup, here's the instructions to set up your Eventbrite. Now, I left a post earlier on today. If you commented on that, I'm gonna send you this breakdown after I finish. So you'll have all of it. So you don't have to take notes or anything, just pay attention. So your Eventbrite setup is gonna have weekly recurring registrations, professional event setup and branding. This means you set it up one time. Automated reminders built in. And the more you do it, the more your SEO is going to drive people to your webinar. I wouldn't recommend setting up more than 2 at a time because it's going to show that it's available every week and people look at it and say, "Oh, well, I'll catch it next week," right? Show 2 or 3 at a time and that's it. The Zoom setup, presentation flow, audience engagement, live Q&A management, and a call to action delivery. All of this is available in $20 plan. If you really want to get spicy, team up with someone else in the group and get them to be your moderator. And when someone asks questions, they're able to answer it. They're able to make sure that your partner link is set up. And when I say partner link, vet out the people that you are bringing into your business to make sure you don't have no BS folks that are signing up to be your partner and never send you leads, right? Every month in our just like the traditional funding business, the lowest 2% of the referral partners, we get rid of them. If you haven't submitted any deals in the past 2 months, then I don't wanna waste resources on you. So, we get you out of the system, and that's okay, right? So, make sure you have qualified people. Here's how your CRM looks. In your GHL, you're gonna send like, when people sign up for your webinar, it's gonna be registered, then it'll update them automatically to attend it. It's gonna mark them as a no-show if they were a no-show. You're gonna have they booked a call, strategy call completed, partner onboarded, active referral partner. All of this can be done in your GHL, right? All of it. And the cool thing is everything has its own automations. So you're going to talk to the person who attended the webinar different than you talk to the person who didn't attend. You're going to talk to a person who booked a call differently than you talk to the person who just attended and didn't book a call. So all of these require a different follow-up sequence. But we have this thing in GHL called Ask AI. And guess what? It builds it all out for you. And you don't have to worry about it. So you just tell it that you just tell your Ask AI in your GHL that you want to build a pipeline with these stages in it. And then whenever someone like, and you want to connect it to your Zoom and to your Eventbrite. And then when someone changes statuses, it sends them a different type of email or text message. Right? Very
Yes.
easy. Now, the automation sequence, you're going to have them register. Once they register, you're going to send them an email. Right. And then you're going to send them the confirmation email. You're going to have SMS reminders set up. You're going to have webinar reminders, and you're going to have replay follow up. And your general follow up is going to be keeping things out about your brand. Everybody needs to know about your brand. Look, I can't express to you how important it is for you to also be building an email list. And this webinar, not only is it powerful so you'll be able to get new referral partners, but it's powerful so you start building up your email list. Not of people that will not of people that still like they don't pay attention to their email, because people who register for things normally pay attention, right? They're looking out for it. And if you've built enough value inside of those emails, which by the way, you can ask Claude to review your brand and write you emails based around your global brand. And then you don't have to come up with just like being you don't have to figure that out, right? Everything can be automated. And that's the thing about webinars is you're building your pipeline, you're building your email list, but also you're building your partner list. So either one is a win. Even them just signing up to attend your webinar and they don't, that's still a win. Okay. All right. Now, what if they don't follow up? I mean, what if they don't show up? Then you send them the replay, you get them to register for the following week. You actually send them a booking, right? Say, hey, you know what? I know that time may have got in your way. You're an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. We both like our schedules are crazy. Cool. But you keep them in your ecosystem and you set up some type of recurring engagement with them so that they can then book a call without sitting through your 90-minute webinar, right? Maybe they don't believe in webinars, right? Maybe they're desensitized by webinars, and that's okay. That doesn't mean they don't want your information. Now, the remember we talked about your selling leverage goes up every time you bring on a new referral partner. So this is like not funding loans or like any type of complex system. You're selling additional revenue. You're selling client retention. You're selling increased value. You're selling ease, and you're selling all of this to the people that you're partnering with. So you're not saying, "Oh, yeah, I help your clients with funding." You're saying, "I help you generate additional revenue. I help you retain your clients. I help you have ease in your business because your people got money, so you ain't begging them about an invoice, right?" So this is going to bring so much more ease to the business owner, And this is why targeting the business owner is so much more important than targeting the partner is so much more important than actually targeting a client. Now, here's some psychological triggers that nobody really wants to talk about, like to your partners. It's about revenue, retention, authority, and simplicity. Revenue, because you want to monetize the existing clients that you already have. People don't like to talk about the fact that they do love making more money off of their existing people. Retention, how people are going to stay with them longer. Authority, they get to be the big old hero. Oh, yeah, I connected with Al's homegirl, Nija. And when I connected with her, she got me the bag. So, excuse me. So connect with Al and he'll connect you with Nija, right? That's what happens. That's how people talk. They're not talking about all of the like they're not talking about the intricacies of the program because 9 times out of 10 they leave that out unless they had a hard time. But they're going to talk about how much money they got. Even if it's 30, 40, $50,000. Don't think that every client that comes in your business needs $100,000. They don't. Most of them will be happy with 30, 40, $50,000 because they're trying to get their business off. Occasionally, you're going to run into the people who need the multiple six figures, and that's amazing. But that comes like with that type of setup. Like imagine the referrals you're getting if you get somebody over $100,000. But the person who's just starting their business, who has everything set up correctly and has their personal credit in order, you get them $50,000 and watch how many people they send you. Right. We talked about handling the main objection. I don't know funding, right? And now, even more importantly, it's important that you tell people that you are not underwriting the deals. You are just connecting. That's it. And you keep telling them that. Just connect them with me. Just connect them with me. Just connect them with me. It's okay. Just connect them with me. Now, why does model scale so fast? Because it stays within the existing clients, right? The relationships are not ad driven, so you don't need not a single ad dollar for this. It's referral based and it compounds and it's repeatable weekly. Because think about it. If you're doing one webinar per week for your referral partners, then how fast do you think this thing is going to grow? And keep in mind, you're not limited to just your state. It's Eventbrite. You can go ahead and limit this, like you can go ahead and push this thing across the US. But what I would advise is like you host them locally and then you show up at local events where those people are. Right? You show up at the events. If you're working with, say, tax preparers who work with, um, or if you're working with real estate agents, you show up to the place that the brokers are going to be. You're marketing to the broker. You're not marketing to the agent. You're marketing to the broker because the broker is going to tell the agents what to do. Right? So you go and you market to them. And then you show up to wherever they are. And they say, "Oh, yeah. I remember seeing Kevin before. Oh, yeah, you're the guy who does the webinars. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right." Right? Now, here's the framework. If your webinars are on Thursday, right? On Monday you promote. On Tuesday you're reaching out. On Wednesday you're doing a reminder. On Thursday you're doing your webinar. On Friday you're following up. And you start all over again on Monday until this thing is an actual system. Because if your folks see you continuing to just blow up, they're going to want to see you. They're going to want to send you deals anyway. It's something about when you're in motion, people think you got motion. Right? When people always see you working, they tend to believe that you got it going on. So make sure you get them to believe that, right? Make sure you keep that up. Now, your weekly KPI targets. And these are going to be great starters. I'm not saying it's going to happen on the first week, but after you've done this for a month or so, these should be very realistic for you, right? And you could be wrong. You could do this on your very first one. You're going to get 30 registrations, 10 to 15 attendees, 3 to 5 strategy calls, 1 to 2 for referral partners. That already changed your business. That already has you on some autopilot money. So imagine as this grows to 60 registrations, 20 to 30 attendees, 6 to 10 strategy calls, and 2 to 4 referral partners each time you do a webinar. Do these numbers make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess not. Okay, cool. Now, okay, now it just says thumbs up. All right, good deal, good deal. Now, the power
Mhm.
of consistency. If we don't do anything else, we're gonna do it again. Week 1, it's gonna feel slow. Week 10, you're like, I'm getting the hang of this thing. Week 25, you already know what's up. You know this thing. You fine-tuned your webinar. You know where you lost people. You've looked at your engagement because Zoom gives you insights, right? You've looked at all of that. By week 52, you sitting real pretty because the majority of what you're doing is just bringing in brand new partners, right? Which is how we keep things on autopilot. We bring in new partners. You haven't ran a single ad. Now, I just need you to remember, you don't need thousands of clients. You need strategic relationships with people who already have clients. If you don't know already, I am Mo the Closer of the Cash Flow Department and become an Inner Circle member. If you're not already following me on IG, make sure you go ahead and follow me on IG. I'm going to go ahead and send this actual flow to anybody who commented on the post about today's call. I'll go ahead and send you this so you have this blueprint, right? So now I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to open it up for questions. Let's go. All right.
I know
Oh,
somebody.
y'all want me to get to my pot roast early, huh?
Mo, I got questions. Can you hear me?
What's
Can
up?
y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So basically the gist of it is that you're telling us instead of a great resource or a great way to promote our businesses is basically to get out there and in sort of like a niche. You're looking for business owners, financial business owners, tax preparers, credit repair, anybody who would have access to clients who would basically need money. And we're
That's right.
going to host these webinars to attract to them. And basically our selling pitch to them is that you don't have to know funding, you don't have to know anything or do anything. All you're basically is making a connection, whether that connection is using my funding link, have them sign up using my funding link, or however you get them to me, you're making the connection.
That's
That's
right.
wonderful. When they
That's
make the
it.
connection to us, then what are we doing?
When they make the connection to you, you're directing them to whatever you want them to do. So whether that's
Okay.
set up an initial appointment with you, whether that's sending them your combo link that you have in your back end of your Truly now, where it's going
Okay.
to analyze them for revenue based funding and it's going to analyze them for card stacking. So this
Okay.
way you have a full profile for them by the time that they get to you on the call.
Okay. And then anything that we do, whether that be credit card stacking or whether that be revenue funding, whatever commissions that we make, we're going to pay our referral source, which is our new business partner. We're going to pay them based on what we make from the lead or the contact that they gave us.
That's right. That's
Okay.
exactly right. That's exactly
Okay.
right. Like, for instance, and don't be afraid to pay your partners, right? Don't be afraid to pay them good money. We have one referral partner who runs ads just so he can send us funding leads, which is wild, right? He runs ads so he can
Like
send us
commission.
funding leads, you know? So, and these are, yeah, that's on autopilot. Like, he know he gonna get paid. He know he's gonna get paid, right? And he's gotten paid to such a degree where he's like, oh well, I'll just run ads. I already have access to that, you know. And he's using a very large platform. So, like, don't don't sleep on the impact that you have just by saying, send me your funding people. Send me people who need funding. Get your these coaches and these communities that are built. Let me see. So you can go on Instagram and type in coach, these wellness coaches, these funding, or not even funding coaches, but these wellness coaches, the whatever, the helicopter builder coach, whatever. Their clients need funding. You connect with the helicopter builder coach because the helicopter builder coach has clients that have already purchased his program. So they have some money, They might not have nothing left out of their purchases program, but they need more capital to build a helicopter. So this means that you can then qualify them for credit repair, and you can then qualify them. There you go, Kev. Yep, you just keep it going. You qualify for credit repair, you qualify for funding. They're going to talk about you in the group, and you say, hey, you know what? Look. I'm going to look. Here you go, client. Make a post in that group that probably has, you're dealing with larger audience. So say that person has 500 other people in the group, 1,000 other people in the group. I'm going to pay you $250 to post in the group that I'm hype, right? That I got you the bag. Who's not posted in their group? It's $250. They post your contact info, right? They post that you got them hooked up. Thank you. And you just paid them $250. And the person who referred them, the owner of the group, is going to keep that post in there. You know, because the owner of that group still gets paid each time you get someone in the group funded. Mm-hmm. So of course they're gonna let them toot your horn. And that person that you just got funded got an extra $250 just for making a post. Make it worth their while. Mm-hmm. Yep. So good deal. Did they answer your question, Pam?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect.
And you say you're gonna send us the step by step Eventbrite, Zoom, and Go High Level. Now y'all say Zoom $20. The last time I checked the host webinars in Zoom, it was $100 and some a month. But
nah,
y'all
you don't use the host webinars. You just use the regular Zoom plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just use the regular Zoom plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can host your webinar from Go High Level and use Zoom.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, yeah, send us all the step by steps of how to, and I think we already working on our webinars. Okay.
I'm gonna send you this exact slide deck that I just made.
Okay.
Yeah. And just so you know, you can make your slide decks in AI Studio. I made this slide deck in AI Studio.
Okay.
So yeah.
And how do we find our website address that in the Go High Level one that we created in your platform? Because if we're using, because you said it's best for us to use what you created and for us in the inner circle, how do we find out what our web address is?
Once you publish it, then you can change hit publish and change
we gotta publish it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to do that. I didn't know that wasn't done. I thought it was already done, but now I feel like duh. Okay.
all good. But yeah, that's it.
I still feel like duh a little bit because so when you publish it, what's the next step? I've never done that before. So when you publish it, you say you change the name because I already have a website, but not from the Go High Level. Remember, not from the AI Studio.
Yep.
So what happens when I want to make like 3?
Yeah, when you publish it, it'll give you the option to change the name of the website.
Okay.
And bring in domain.
But does it attach to like your GoDaddy or something like that? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it does. It does. If your website is already in GoDaddy, then it'll attach to GoDaddy. It'll open up GoDaddy, as a matter of fact.
Okay. So I can do like funding.taxprepare. Something like that. Change it. I can make like 3 different names. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Wait, so we got to purchase a domain for ours and yours? I thought the domain, we got to do a domain.
No.
No. You can use your existing domain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use your existing one, and if you have like a tax preparer that's going to use your funding system and you create them a website, you can use it. Like if their tax name is Joe's Tax, then it can be Joe's Tax.pamsfinance.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
So
got it.
Your own
got it.
site.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Good deal.
So that's almost like you just gave us a new niche.
Yep.
You got it. Like it's the easiest way to attract clients is to get other people to do it for you. You'll never hear me say go ask somebody to be your client. Right? And even when you're in-person events, that's mass marketing. Right? Like that's the marketing that everybody's going to see you. Everybody. You're not talking to one person about your funding solution. You have multiple people in your face. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna tell you to go and do what's gonna get multiple people in your face, not just one. That's not enough. That's too close to none. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, too close to none. So, and it's something also about the low key desperation that comes with one client because you got to close that client. So, if you have one person or one client that you're trying to work with, you've got to close that client. But if you've got one referral source that sent you 5 clients, you got 5 options. Chances are, even on a bad day, you can get at least one client. You can be trash and still get a client.
Yep.
Right? So, like, it's all about how many people that you can rally to you that can rally the people for you. So, yeah. Plus, you don't want to be as close to the offer. You don't long term, you don't want to be the one on the sales calls. Long term, you don't want to be the one like trying to get all the things done. You want to be the face of the webinar. Right? So, but yeah, all good, all good. All right. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. This was great. If you commented on the post, I'll make sure you get this directly after this is over. So you should get it at like 7:02. If anybody needs anything, I look forward to hearing from you through Krista. So
No, Mo, this was really good today. Thank you. This was really good.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah,
But yeah, y'all
thanks,
have a
Mo.
good night.
Great.
Thanks,
No
Mo.
And
problem.
T's on
All
live
right.
over there. She can't talk.
I just sat down for a second. No, I'm doing all this content, but no, I was listening in. But yeah, this is good. This is good.
This was a good one, y'all. Yeah, this was really
Yeah,
good, Mo. I appreciate it.
good
You got
deal.
work to
Absolutely.
do.
That's right. That's right. We all do. So, but either way, y'all have a good night. I
You
can't wait to get in.
too.
I'll talk to y'all about
All
it in
right.
the morning.
All right. Good night.
Bye.